Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Orlando, and today we're going to be continuing on how do you get into real estate with no money down, and we're going to talk about a controversial strategy here, right? Is using credit cards to get into your first rental property. And I'm going to explain how I feel about that. And before we get into that, let's just kind of go over the pros and the cons of doing this, right? So let's talk about where the pros and cons are coming from. So you have to understand that we're talking about no money down, and when I'm assuming that if we're doing a no money down situation, that means that you do not have a big down payment to start with. So if you're going to use credit cards, then that means that you're probably not going to pay off the credit cards immediately because you don't have the money up front to begin with. So that's where these pros and cons are coming from, guys. So you do not have the money to pay off the credit cards in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months later. That's where this pros and cons are coming from. So pro number one is that you will get your 100% financing. You're gonna take whatever the amount of money, because you're using the credit card's money, right? And you're pulling the money out of the credit card and you're using that money as the down payment. You have to remember, you can't use that money to get a regular traditional loan because banks are going to look over that, making sure, where are you getting this money from? Where is the down payment? It's going to be sourced. So you're gonna have to go into some loans that have a little bit higher interest rate that probably will not look at the source of funds. Meaning, where is this money coming from? Has it been sitting in your account for 2 months or longer, which is called seasoning? You have to get past that portion first if you're trying to get a regular traditional loan. So let's just throw that out and say that you're not, right? So the pro of this is that you just have the money. You have the down payment. You can get into your first rental property, and that's the only pro. That is the only pro that I could see, in my opinion, right? So let's go to the laundry list of cons of this. Okay, so con number one is just the risk, guys. I mean, it just makes me sweat when you think of buying real estate with credit cards. The risk factor. The person I'm speaking to right now, I don't know what your risk tolerance is, but my risk tolerance isn't this high, and it's going to be high, guys. So the risk tolerance, the amount of risk that you are putting yourself at with buying real estate on credit cards, and it goes along with the high payments. It goes along with the combining of the credit card payments with the higher interest rate of the mortgage on top of that. There's so many things that can go wrong with you purchasing real estate with credit cards. So yeah, so let's go on to con number two. The high payments. So when you make payments on credit cards, it is totally different than a mortgage. A mortgage is normally amortized over 15 to 30 years. A credit card payment isn't. So if you borrow $40,000 on a credit card, your payments are gonna be $1,000 plus a month. That's what it's gonna come down to. You're gonna be paying $1,000 or more monthly on your credit card payments. Now, what are you renting the property for? If you're renting the property for $1,500, what benefit are you getting out of that? You're paying 26% interest rate on the credit cards. And then that's not even including the payment that you're going to be paying for the mortgage. Let's talk about that. Maybe the payment on that is, I don't know, let's just say that's $500-$600 on top of that, not including taxes and insurance and repairs. You're already underwater with that, guys. Just think about that. You're already underwater when you add in mortgage, credit card payment, taxes, insurance, repairs. You're underwater. You've lost money on an investment, and you're just wondering to yourself, what did I do this for? I can't swim. I'm drowning here in debt. And this is where the good debt, which is the mortgage, because you have an investment, becomes bad debt because you have attached it to credit card debt. So I hope you got value out of this video. I'm gonna get you into your first rental property, as I always say, and if you want to continue to learn how to get into your first rental property, I need you to watch this next video. It will help you. It will continue on with your knowledge, understanding the real estate game, how to get into your first rental property. I'm telling you, you won't miss out. It's some good stuff here. So I'll catch you on the next one. And thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for watching. Thanks.